7 o'clock, and it seems that everyone
is here.
is on.
Yay.
So I just started the recording, so whenever you're ready.
Okay, I will call the meeting to order. Good evening. Welcome to the October 26, 2020 meeting of the Milltown Borough Council. Will the clerk please call the roll?
Council President Farkas?
Here.
Councilman Dixon?
Here.
Councilman Legati?
Here.
Councilwoman Neubauer?
Here.
Councilman Peretti?
Here.
Councilman Zambrana?
Here.
Mayor, we have 6 present.
Thank you. Will the clerk please read the public meeting statement?
Let the minutes reflect that adequate notice of the holding of this regular business meeting of the Borough Council was provided by the adoption of a resolution and the posting, filing, and forwarding of a copy of the same to the official borough newspapers, Home News Tribune, and Star Ledger Publishing Companies on January 9th, 2020. Re-notice of access to this meeting via teleconference was submitted on October 14th, 2020. Public participation in this meeting will be permitted during public hearings and after the agenda of scheduled matters has been completed.
Thank you. Next, we will have a moment of silence, followed by a salute to the flag. Start with the silence. I pledge allegiance to the flag
Flag
of the United
the
States
United States of America,
and to the republic
to the republic
for which it
for which it stands,
one nation,
under God,
indivisible,
indivisible,
with liberty and
liberty
justice
and
for all.
justice for all.
Next, we will move on to adopting the minutes. We have the minutes for the Borough Council meeting of October 13th, 2020. What is your pleasure?
Move that the minutes
Move
be,
that the,
go ahead, Ron.
no, go ahead, Nick. I'll second him.
Move that the minutes be approved as typed.
Seconded.
Okay, we have a motion by Councilman Legati, second by Councilman Dixon. Any discussion? Will the clerk please call the roll?
Council President Farkas?
Aye.
Councilman Dixon?
Aye.
Councilman Legati?
Aye.
Councilwoman Neubauer?
Aye.
Councilman Peretti?
Aye.
Councilman Zambrana?
Aye.
Mayor, we have 6 ayes.
So moved. Thank you. Next, we have some ordinances for public hearing. Will the clerk please read ordinance 1491 by title?
An ordinance amending the revised general ordinances of the Borough of Milltown to add chapter 27, fiber optic cables.
You've heard the reading of this ordinance. What is your pleasure?
Make a motion that the ordinance be adopted on second and final reading and be published according to law.
Seconded.
I have a motion by Councilman Legati, second by Councilman Dixon. Now we will open it to the public for comments.
So if any public member would like to make a comment, they can call it in from their phone, press *9. From their Mac or PC, they can press Option or Alt-Y, or in their app or computer app, they can use the option for raise hand. We just had someone new join, so I'm just going to repeat the instructions.
Okay.
If you'd like to raise your hand to make a comment, from your phone, you can press *9. From your Mac or PC, you can press Option or Alt-Y. From your phone app or your computer app, you can choose the option for raise hand. Mayor, I don't have any raised hands.
Okay, seeing none, does any member of the council have any comments? Will the clerk please call the roll?
Council President Farkas?
Aye.
Councilman Dixon?
Aye.
Councilman Legati?
Aye.
Councilwoman Neubauer?
Aye.
Councilman Peretti?
Aye.
Councilman Zambrana?
Aye.
Mayor, we have 6 ayes.
So moved. Next, we will move on to ordinance 20-1492. Will the clerk please read that by title?
An ordinance to amend Chapter 14 Parks and Recreation, Chapter 6 Borough Pool, subsection 6.3 Fees, and subsection 7 Recreation Program, subsection 7.2 Fees of revised general ordinances of the Borough of Milltown, County of Middlesex, State of New Jersey.
You've heard the reading of this ordinance. What is the council's pleasure?
Move that the
Move that-
ordinance be adopted on second and final reading and published according to law.
Seconded.
Yeah, I was gonna say your turn. All right, so we have a motion by Councilman Legati, second by Councilman Dixon. Now we will open it up for audience, for the public comment.
So for the public to raise their hand from their phones, they can press *9. From their Mac or PC, they can press Option or Alt-Y. And from their phone or computer app, they can choose the option for raise hand. We'll give a moment for the public. Mayor, we have no raised hands.
Okay, any council comments? Seeing none, I'll ask the clerk to please call the roll.
Council President Farkas,
Aye.
Councilman Dixon,
Aye.
Councilman Legati,
Aye.
Councilwoman Newbauer,
Aye.
Councilman Peretti,
Aye.
Councilman Zambrana.
Aye.
Mayor, we have 6 ayes.
Thank you, so moved. And next, we will move on to ordinance 20-1493. Will the clerk please read that by title?
An ordinance fixing the salary and wages of various employees of the Borough of Milltown and providing the manner of payment thereof.
You've heard the reading of this ordinance. What is your pleasure?
Move that this ordinance be adopted.
Second.
Gotta say it quick.
Yeah, exactly. Gotta be quicker on here. We have a motion by Councilman Dixon, second by Councilman Legati. Now we will open it up for the public comment.
So again, in order to raise your hand, you can press *9 from your phone. You can press Option or Alt-Y from your Mac or PC. Or you can choose the raise hand option in your phone app or computer app. We just had someone else join the meeting. So again, I'll repeat the options. If you'd like to raise your hand to make a comment on this ordinance, you can press *9 from your phone, Option or Alt-Y from your Mac or PC, or choose the raise hand option in your phone or computer app. Mayor, I don't have any raised hands.
Okay, thank you. Any council comments? Okay, will the clerk please call the roll?
Council President Farkas,
Aye.
Councilman Dixon,
Aye.
Councilman Legati,
Aye.
Councilwoman Newbauer,
Aye.
Councilman Peretti,
Aye.
Councilman Zambrana.
Aye.
Mayor, we have 6 ayes.
Thank you. So moved. Next, we will move on to audience comments. Let me just get my little script. Sorry. Oh, next on the agenda is comments from the audience. If any member of the public wishes to speak on the resolutions, please follow the clerk's instructions and say your name and address for the record. These comments are limited to resolutions listed on the agenda.
So if you'd like to make a comment from your phone, you can dial *9, From your Mac or PC, you can press Option or Alt-Y, or from your phone app or computer app, you can choose the option for raise hand. I don't have any raised hands, Mayor.
Okay, thank you. Will the clerk please read Resolution 20-194?
Authorizing the payment of bills, claims, and statements against the Borough of Milltown in the total amount of $2,461,317.36.
You've heard the reading of this resolution. What is your pleasure?
Move that this resolution be adopted.
Second.
I have a motion by Council President Farkas, second by Councilman Legati. Any discussion? Will the clerk please call the roll?
Council President Farkas,
Aye.
Councilman Dixon,
Aye.
Councilman Legati,
Aye.
Councilwoman Newbauer,
You're on mute, Ann.
Aye.
Councilman Peretti,
Aye.
Councilman Zambrana.
Aye.
Mayor, we have 6 ayes.
Thank you. So moved. Okay. Next, we will move on to the consent resolution. A consent resolution has been prepared to cover the resolutions listed on the agenda. If any member of the council wants any resolution acted upon individually, please give me the resolution number and it will be pulled from the consent resolution. Seeing none, I will ask, will the clerk please read the consent resolution?
Whereas pursuant to the rules of council, the council may establish a consent agenda for any regular or special meeting. And whereas the Borough Clerk has posted a consent agenda for this meeting, now therefore be it resolved by the Mayor and Borough Council of the Borough of Milltown, County of Middlesex, State of New Jersey, that the consent agenda previously prepared by the Borough Clerk be approved without the necessity of having the individual resolutions read by the Borough Clerk.
You've heard the reading of this resolution. What is your pleasure?
Make a motion that the resolution be adopted.
Second.
I have a motion by Councilman Legati, second by Councilman Peretti. Any discussion? Will the clerk, oh, Ron, did you have something? No? Okay. Will the clerk please call the roll?
Council President Farkas,
Aye.
Councilman Dixon,
Aye.
Councilman Legati,
Aye.
Councilwoman Newbauer,
Aye.
Councilman Peretti,
Aye.
Councilman Zambrana.
Aye.
Mayor, we have 6 ayes.
Thank you. So moved. Next, we will move on to reports of committees. We'll start with the Department of Finance, Administration, and Planning. Councilman Phil Zambrana.
Madam Mayor, I have no report tonight. Thank you.
Thank you. Next, we'll move on to the Department of Public Safety. Councilman Nick Legati.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. I have a few short reports that I'd like to read tonight.
Okay.
First one being Police Report, October 26, 2020. Halloween curfew is in effect for October 30th and 31st, and the curfew is 8 p.m. Parents, please be respectful of residents who choose to participate and who choose not to participate in trick-or-treating. There was a pop-up car show at Applebee's parking lot on Sunday. A few complaints were logged into the police department and summonses were issued at the parking lot. Next report I have is from the Senior Center report. The Meals on Wheels, volunteers needed. If interested, please call Debbie Cuddy, 732-296-0681, and she will have all the information needed. Local businesses, Senior Center is looking for donations for our Stay Safe at Home activities. These include plants, games, puzzles. Again, please contact Debbie Cuddy, 732-296-0681. I just have a municipal court report that I'd like to read. The hours of operation are as follows. Monday through Friday, 8:30 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. Court sessions are being held virtually on Thursday until in order to limit exposure to COVID-19, Milltown Borough Municipal Court will hold virtual court sessions utilizing Zoom video conferencing. If any individual opts to appear in virtual court session, they will not have to appear in the courthouse in person. This option is voluntary and is available for most court matters. Defendants who do not wish to utilize this option must wait until in-person court sessions resume to have their case heard. Please note, trials must be conducted at the municipal courthouse once in-person court sessions resume. If you have a pending case in the Milltown Borough Municipal Court and are interested in appearing in virtual court session, complete the virtual municipal court session registration form. This form is located on the borough website. Any questions or concerns, please contact the court administrator at 732-247-3936. The last report I have is with the cold weather starting, please stay safe with outdoor fire pits, indoor home heating units. Also, please adhere to all the CDC rules when in public in order to ensure a second wave has as little impact on the municipality as possible. Please social distance and wear your mask when needed. And that concludes my report, Madam Mayor.
Thank you. Next, we will move on to the Department of Utilities, Council President.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. Last Thursday night, we held a Utilities Committee meeting. The purpose of the meeting was to discuss the award of a grant of $750,000 from the state to assist us with water main relining. In attendance at the meeting was the Utilities Committee, consisting of Councilman James Peretti, Councilman Phil Zambrano, and myself. Also in attendance was our Business Administrator, Jeanette Larison, Ralph Jesenowski and Don Herman from the Utilities Department, and Mike McClellan and Lou Pliskanka from CME. I had asked CME to look at the borough's water distribution system and present some options as to how we could best utilize our funds to provide a better service to our residents. We not only discussed water main relining, but water main replacement and a new process called slip lining. A plastic liner is inserted into the water mains instead of concrete. We had a good conversation and explored the options presented by CME, as well as ideas and input from the Utilities Department. We received a lot of information, and now the Utilities Committee will work on coming up with a plan to move forward. Thank you to all in attendance for the information provided. That concludes my report, Madam Mayor.
Thank you. Okay, next we will move on to the Department of Public Works and Recycling, Councilwoman Anna Newbauer.
Good evening, Madam Mayor. Thank you. I have nothing from the Department of Public Works tonight, but there was one thing I wanted to bring up from the Cable TV Committee. We just wanted to remind everyone who didn't get a chance to watch it that we had our candidates forum and that you can view it on YouTube anytime that you want, and it's also circulating on Channel 15. So if you didn't happen to catch it, you can tune in on one of those, or whatever you prefer.
Thank you. And next, we will move on to the Department of Environmental Health and Social Services. Councilman Ron Dixon.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. The county will be holding the flu clinics. The places and dates will soon be announced. You will need to register in advance to get on the list. For more information, you can visit the county website at middlesexcountynj.gov or call the borough clerk's office at 732-828-2100, extension 181. And that is my report, Madam Mayor.
Thank you. And finally, we will go to the Department of Recreation. Councilman James Peretti.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. For my report tonight, for SAC, school year SAC is going to be open on Community Pass as of tonight. At this time, we will be offering PM SAC only, and it will be based on the per diem rate. This will be on a first come, first served basis as there is limited space available. Please note, children can only attend SAC on their designated group days for in-person learning. If you have any questions, please contact the rec department. For recreation, fall soccer started up on October 10th and is currently running well. We would like to thank all our volunteer coaches that have volunteered their time so far. Thank you to all for your continued support in our recreation programs and for abiding by the social distancing and COVID-19 guidelines on and around the field. We will communicate information regarding winter youth basketball registration as soon as it becomes available. We thank everyone for their patience during this time and continue to pray for everyone's safety and well-being. We ask that you still abide by all social distancing orders and wear your mask where applicable. Thank you. That concludes my report.
Thank you. Next, we will move on to our professional reports. First, we have our administrator, Jeanette Larison.
I have no report tonight, Mayor.
Thank you. Next, we will move on to our engineer report, Mike McClellan.
Yes, Madam Mayor, just a few items tonight. As you know, there's a site meeting scheduled Wednesday night at the Elkins Lane Pumping Station per the request of Council President Farkas. That has been scheduled and we will be there. We have a meeting with Squibb, which is to discuss their current situation with the conflict between our water line and our storm sewer. That's set for Friday. And we're working on estimates that were requested at the Utilities Committee meeting on last Thursday night, which we should have completed by the end of the week. And work has commenced on Tracy Drive. Unless there's any questions, that's all we have now.
Any questions from the council? Okay, thank you, Mike.
Okay.
And next we have our borough attorney report, Mr. Pete Miller.
And I don't have a whole lot this evening. Last meeting, I discussed the fact that I was going to be preparing an ordinance to consolidate our land use functions in the planning board. And I think it's our next item on the agenda. So it did get done. Anybody has any questions, certainly reach out to me, or you can ask me when it gets acted on tonight. That's all I have. Thank you.
Perfect segue. Thank you. Okay, any questions? No. Excuse me. Then we will move on to the introduction of the ordinance. Will the clerk please read 20-1494?
Yes.
Thank you.
I'm coming. An ordinance amending the revised general ordinances of the Borough of Milltown to consolidate municipal planning and zoning powers in the Milltown Planning Board and expanding the alternate membership thereof.
Excuse me, you've heard the reading of this ordinance. What is your pleasure?
You're muted, Nick.
You're muted, Nick.
Good thing you're muted, Nick.
You said the right thing while you were muted.
Thank you. I move that the ordinance be adopted on first reading, published according to law, and that a public hearing be held at the next regularly scheduled council meeting on Monday, November 9th at 7 p.m. in council chambers or via Zoom.
Second.
Okay, I have a motion by Councilman Ligotti, second by Council President Farkas. Any discussion? Will the clerk please call the roll?
Council President Farkas?
Aye.
Councilman Dixon?
Aye.
Councilman Ligotti?
Aye.
Councilwoman Newbauer?
Aye.
Councilman Peretti?
Aye.
Councilman Zambrana?
Aye.
Mayor, we have 6 ayes.
Thank you. So moved. Okay, now we will move on to old business. Does any member of the council have any old business that they would like to bring before us this evening?
Oh, Madam Mayor, just a quick question
Sure.
for Mike McClellan. Mike, what time Wednesday night?
4 I'm pretty sure it was 4 p.m.
4 p.m.
It is.
4 o'clock?
Mike, you're on mute.
Yes, 4
All right.
p.m. is correct.
4 p.m. Thank you.
Anything else? If not, we'll move on to new business. Does any member of the council have any new business they'd like to discuss this evening?
Madam Mayor,
Yeah.
I'm not 100% sure this is the right time. I know that the rescue squad was going to be, or was supposed to be in attendance tonight to talk about, oh no, they're not coming
They're
tonight?
they're gonna come next time.
Okay, never mind.
That's
Should I
okay.
put out-
We'll give you a sneak preview. The squad had previously had some issues with their fundraising, and it's my understanding that Mr. Smith will be in attendance at the next meeting to discuss the issues they encountered due to COVID and how they propose to resolve them. So sorry about that.
No, that's okay. I know it had said either this meeting or next meeting, and I wasn't sure because there was numbers on there, and I was like, let me just put it out there before the meeting ends.
No worries.
All right, thanks.
You got it.
While we're in new business, Gabriella, do you have any updates about the election? Anything different, or is it still all what's on the vote 2020?
I mean, as of today, the county has received 216,000 mail-in ballots. If there's a duplicate ballot necessary, they will not be mailing them out as of October 23rd. If a duplicate ballot's needed, they will need to either go to one of the voter information centers or to the county directly to get a new ballot. And if they have any questions regarding the election, can be directed to the clerk's office. If they don't have the answer, they will direct you to the proper county entity to answer your question. Is there anything specific you guys have questions on that you'd like me to answer?
No.
Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Speaking of the county, I heard from the county that the census has closed. Milltown did great. I think we had about an 82 or 83% response rate, which was great, well above the county average. We were one of the top communities in Middlesex County to respond. So I hope the rest of the county caught up a little and we get counted so that we get much needed funds going forward for the next 10 years from the federal government. Also, I was just going to say, I don't know if it's new business or comment. Well, I don't get council comments, so I'll say it now. I held the county has a business engagement unit, and the county had informed me that they had quite a bit of funds remaining from the CARES Act. So I had made the county business unit available to the small businesses of Milltown. On Thursday, we had an hour meeting where the county went over how to apply for grants that they have, and there's also some state funds available. So it was nice that we had about 7 or 8 businesses that joined, and we will I'll make sure that the information gets updated on our borough website so that if anyone didn't get a chance to join last Thursday, I'll forward the information by email, but it will also be online. So if any help that we can get to the small businesses of Milltown to get through the pandemic, we're happy to partner and get whatever resources we can from the state and the county. Okay, so with that, if we have no other new...
Mayor?
Yes.
I'm sorry, if I can go back to the election for a second.
Sure.
I do have a question. With the rules that are in place this year for provisional voting, Gabriella, correct me if I'm wrong, we're going to be limited to the amount of people we can let in at one particular time. I don't want people to get discouraged from coming to vote. If they could just, the possibility that a line may form and it may be outside, and just to make sure that that is the case and that they should dress properly if they would have to wait outside.
It is possible. The room at Joyce Kilmer has a pretty significant amount of people, even with the limitations as they stand currently. Obviously, we're waiting to make sure there's no other orders that come through in the next 10 days that limit us any further. There will be social distancing in play, and there's a limit to how many tables we have for people to be able to fill out at the same time because of social distancing. There are options for duplicate ballots for mail-in ballots on the day of election that people can get them from the county or voter information centers. And we are encouraging people to not drop their mail-in ballots at the polling location because that will increase the line. We ask that you use the secure ballot box on election day if you have a mail-in ballot to submit. But yes, please dress warmly on the off chance that you we're over the limit and you must wait outside.
Thank you.
Anybody else? Okay, then we will move on to audience comments. If any member of the audience has any comments, please give your name and address for the record and follow the instructions by the clerk.
If you'd like to make a comment, you can raise your hand from your phone by pressing *9. From your Mac or PC, you can press Option or Alt-Y. Or you can choose the raise hand option on your phone or computer app. Ms. Milburn, you're unmuted. You can address the council.
Okay, I'm sorry. Good evening. You can hear me now, Gabriella?
Yes.
Okay. Hi, thank you. And thank you, Gabriella, for answering my text. I just wanted to clarify, because in the past when I had
Ms. Milburn, you just need to state your name and address for the record, though.
Oh, I'm sorry. Dawn Milburn, 12 Desmond Avenue, Milltown, New Jersey. I just want to just clarify a few things. So if people have questions about the election, in the past, when I had called up the borough clerk's office, I was told that we should continue to email any election questions to you. But now you're saying from this moment on now, you would like people to call Kathy Beardsley and ask her specifically for answers to their election questions? Is that what you're saying now?
People are allowed to still email me. I do respond to them. But as I noted to you, our staff is trained to answer questions or to direct you to the right place. So I'm not the only person who can answer them. People can actually get answers from my staff, Kathy or Nancy.
Okay, thank you, because that was new information for me. And the other question is, are you anticipating, I'm not sure if I heard the last question, since we don't have early, voting and polls, do we anticipate that we will likely have long lines? Are you getting a pulse from residents in Milltown that we might have a lot of in-person voters on election day?
I truly can't answer that. People aren't telling us what they're anticipated doing. I can say that we've had an extremely positive response for our mail-in ballots. As I said, the county itself has received over 200,000 ballots. Again, we're encouraging a vote by mail election to utilize the secure ballot box.
Okay, but we don't know what percentage of those mail-ins came from our town, correct? We don't have any idea of knowing that, do we?
The county will release a breakdown. I do not have one available tonight. The update was just that we received 216,000.
Okay, because I thought maybe that would be helpful for our borough to have a sense of how many people you expect to see on your line so that you could prepare for that. And the other question is, there are some people that, I personally try to encourage people to feel comfortable with the drop-off box, but there are people who are asking very specific questions, such as, do we know, is there a certain time of day that those ballots are picked up? I know they're picked up every day, daily, but is there a certain time of day? Do they come in the evening? Do they come in the morning?
They do not have a set schedule. They're on a rotating schedule of when they can get to our town. They are picked up daily, and the ballot box is on surveillance 24 hours a day.
Right. Okay. All right. Thank you. That's all that I had. Thank you very much, and congratulations on your new job.
Thank you. If there are any other questions or comments for the council, One attendee, please raise their hand. Again, from your phone, you can press *9. From your Mac or PC, you can press Option or Alt-Y. And from your phone app, you can press the raise hand options.
Gabriella, you might want to repeat it because it looks like we just had one more person.
Some more new.
enter. Yeah.
Thank you. If you've just joined our meeting, to raise your hand to make a comment, you can press *9 from your phone. You can press Option or Alt-Y from your Mac or PC, or you can choose the raise hand option with your phone or computer app. Mayor, I don't have any other raised hands at this time.
Okay. Seeing no more comments, we will close audience comments and move on to council comments. Does any member of the council have any comments this evening?
Madam Mayor, I'd just like to reiterate one comment during my my report. Halloween is a Saturday this year. Please be respectful during this pandemic of people who will answer their door and people who will choose not to answer their door for their own safety and the safety of the children coming there. If we can just be respectful to everyone, I think things will go very smoothly.
Anyone else? So Nick, I will agree that and wish everyone a happy Halloween, and please be safe. I was lucky to get to go to the MEF trunk or treat this past Saturday, and it was and the Milltown Fire Department, Milltown Rescue Squad, Police Department, teachers were there, and a lot of kids were there, and they did it in a very safe manner, and I hope everyone enjoyed themselves. So I wish you all a happy and safe Halloween.
I'm sorry, Madam Mayor. I know you meant to close it out with that, but your comment reminded me, in addition to the candidates forum, they also posted the Milltown PTO pumpkins on the YouTube channel. So if you want to go look at all the pumpkins, they have a nice little film of all of the pumpkins lined up. So sorry about that. I forgot that in my previous comments.
Good. It looked great. And thanks to Mr. McNamara from Bronson and Biff Line for donating the pumpkins, and for everybody that from the PTO that coordinated and carved them. They look great. Okay. If we have no other council comments, I think if somebody wants to move us into executive.
I move that the resolution to enter into executive session be approved by council, and that council will enter executive session immediately following entering into a breakout room for a private breakout room for this Zoom call.
Second. Sorry. Been a day today.
Motion by Councilman Legati to move into executive session, seconded by Councilwoman Newbauer. You need a roll call or just a voice? Roll. Will the clerk please call the roll?
Council President Farkas?
Aye.
Councilman Dixon?
Aye.
Councilman Legati?
Aye.
Councilwoman Newbauer?
Aye.
Councilman Peretti?
Aye.
Councilman Zambrana?
Aye.
Mayor, we have 6 ayes.
Okay, so moved. Okay, so we will go into a breakout room for an executive session.
So it's actually a little bit different this time, since this is a webinar and we couldn't renotice for a specialized meeting. So I'm actually going to be removing people from the panel, and then it'll be a private thing and the recording will stop. So they can re-enter after we go into executive, but it'll stop them from being able to enter now.
Okay. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.